and another one is carved on the left.
The left.
So like for me, I hold the stick like this. So I'll always use a blade that is carved on this side. So the hand that is below, the blade is always looking on that side. And another player will use like this.
So this is for a left. Which one's for a left-handed person?
These are right-handed. We call them right because this is the right hand, which is down here.
Yes.
So the stick, the blade is carving on the right. So for a left-handed, the hand is on the lower side. So the stick is on the other side.
So at least you try and balance it off, because having been a field hockey player myself,
yeah,
I know the advantage left-handed players had.
Yeah. But for floorball,
because it's natural, I mean that grip is natural for them.
Yeah, for floorball, unlike hockey, you can use both sides. But mostly this one is the curve is mostly for dribbling and accuracy, the shooting accuracy. Yeah, you know, mostly we discourage hitting, but we always encourage shooting skills. So the curve helps to for accuracy while shooting. Yeah, that's why you have two sides.
Okay, Aksombo, now let me just come in here because you're also a coach. And as you prepare your players and the different playing roles, those who are in defense, those who are the forwards and goalkeeper, what are the clear skills that you require from each member of the team?
First, we are going to play 3-on-3. That means we have no defender, we have no midfielder, we have no attacker. Everyone is attacking, everyone is a midfielder, everyone is defending, because we are only 3 players on the pitch. So what we require first is speed work. We have engaged them so much in speed work so that we can have a team that is of more of speed than more of defense, because we have to defend at the same time we are attacking. So our players...
And you're talking about a playing surface about what, 40 meters long?
Yeah, no. 38 by 18.
18, yeah. So when actually the field is modified depending with the number of players. So with this, we are going to play 38 by 18, meaning we will be having 3 players and a keeper. So both of our players must be physically fit for us to achieve that goal.
So eventually, so first, for you to achieve that, looking at the surfaces, then how do you adapt? For example, if you go play in Cote d'Ivoire and you've probably been using a very fine parking lot, you know, to play your sport, and you adapt now to the standards required by the International Federation.
Wahome, allow me to give you a very good scenario. In 2019, we did train outside, actually, in parking lots. And we had only one day to have a feeling in the indoor arena, Kasarani. And our players are very sharp, that we can agree, that they tend to adapt very, very fast. We have also the sound. We appreciate that we have at least have a test of the Kasarani, because we have been given now an annex in Kasarani where we are training, doing our training since last...
The smaller hall.
Yes, smaller hall.
That is just next outside of the bigger one, bigger gymnasium.
Yeah, so with that we know that we are going to make it, because we have players who are very skilled and talented. And again, just to touch on, it's all about the skill, not about the surface. Because if I give my players skill, I'm sure they're going to deliver. So we start from skills and how fast are they. Yeah.
Now the other one is basically downstreaming this game, yep, and making sure that people catch up with it. Because we are seeing an emergence of not the conventional sports, but this new sports coming up, Kenyans picking up, and eventually becoming world champions. We've seen rollball do that. We've just had our beach football team here who finished that at the Beach World Cup.
So like for floorball, it's basically a bit new in Africa and also Kenya, but it's an old sport in Europe, almost 50 years. But now in Africa, it's like 10 years old. So like in Kenya, what we've done, we've trained, every year, 3 times every year, we do have coaches training, where we mobilize coaches and train them. We started with the universities, colleges, and the technicals. We did train them so that they can help us trickle down to secondary schools and also to primary schools. And also we have so many clubs right now. that are also, we are trying to enforce or to tell them to also have junior teams so that the game can actually grow. Yeah.
Well, and let's now talk about, first of all, getting back from 2019. Two teams, basically, Kenya, Burkina Faso. What's the African scene like, Akosombo?
Yeah, so we know in 2019 we had Burkina Faso and Kenya crashing in the finals, and again Kenya won. So I know, and we have received even some emails from them saying that they are ready for us. They are just waiting for us. And we are not shaken. We know our team is the best. In fact, we have the best team than the team we had in 2019. So we know that we are going to encounter them. And we are just waiting for them. We are very much ready for them to battle. And our players have promised and assured that everything is in control. And as coaches, we have seen these players grow. And we have very much faith in them that we are going to make it. So we have no doubt that we are going to make it in
all right, let's talk about the men's team. We are looking back from 2019. Burkina Faso, the other nation, Somalia, Uganda, Mozambique. And what was this competition like eventually as Kenya went on to win?
The competition in all those teams was a bit, not a bit, it was very tough. Looking at the team, the Somali team, the guys who came from the Somali team, they train in Sweden. They are not like they are not in
Mogadishu.
They are not in Mogadishu. So all these guys they came from Sweden. So they have.
And that's where the sport started.
Yeah. So they actually had good skills. They had, let's say, they had the best skills and also good coaches because they have the experience on that. So that team actually gave us a bit of. We were a bit frightened by it, but now we also had trained our team very well. We had given them the skills and all that. And what we did use mostly is we tried to tell them to open the field, to play on the...
To play wide.
Wide, yeah. That helped us since the players that we had that time were good shooters. So they would shoot from far. And also they were physically fit. So they endured all that time. They were fit and shooting skills, they were good. And Burkina Faso, they did compete in the first African Championship, which was also held in Ivory Coast. So for the men, they were actually coming to defend their title. And in the group stages, I think they beat our team. We lost to them, but in the final game, they came with that confidence that still they will win. But we went and changed our tactics a bit.
Actually, they won 5-2.
Yep. Yeah, the first one. Then in the final, at that night we changed our tactics a bit. We watched the game how it was, and we told our players where to change and what to do. And we did win that game.
Okay, now here's something that's coming up. And you are two coaches here, and I'll start with you, Akosombo. Yeah. You mentioned about reviewing all of these teams. How much video analysis do you do as Floorball Kenya for the teams that you're facing, and also even your own internal review?
Yeah, we normally do it every week because before we go to any training, we normally train on Saturdays. So before we face...
Where do you train?
At Kenya Water Institute. But now we have shifted to Kasarani, the smaller annex. So every Saturday we'll be training now at Kasarani, the small annex. So before we even go to the field, all coaches have to review videos. You have, as a coach, you have to come with a video, at least a clip from an international or a clip from West Africa showing how they are training, so that we sit down as coaches and see what they are doing and how to encounter them. So that's always our view and our motto.
All right. 3x3, Kevin, as we close, how many players for each of the men, for the men's and the women's team, are you picking?
12 players, 2 goalkeepers and 10 players, and same with the women's team. Yeah.
All right.
So we'll be having a total of 24 players.
Yeah. And a delegation of about 6. I hope to get to Cote d'Ivoire and see the land of Alpha Blondy. Yeah. Anyway, all the best as you go to defend your titles in Cote d'Ivoire. They are the floorball team, and I want you to think of floorball, ice hockey, but without skating. And you're using ordinary, shoes that you'd use probably on a basketball pitch or a volleyball pitch. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kevin Maina and Kevin Akosombo, coaches of Floorball Kenya, and also Akosombo is the Secretary General. Personal regards to the President. He was supposed to have come Akuja.
Yeah, nilipata shida na gari.
Okay. Yeah. Pole. It will be sorted out.
Yeah.
So thank you for being with us for the past 2 hours, 20 minutes. My name is Daniel Wahome. This has been Sports Check. And remember, the news outlook items that we'll be looking at, number 1, the challenge of the Finance Act and the President's itinerary in Nyeri County. Our sign language interpreter is Lensa Odingo. Have a good afternoon.
This is Budapest, the magical capital of Hungary. And in August 2023, home to the World Athletics Championships, where everyday heroes meet superheroes. World Athletics Championships Budapest 2023.
Kate amerudi.
Is one all-rounded talented artist. She knows her craft for sure.
She is renowned for bringing a refreshing new sound to the music scene following the success of her 2019 debut EP, Falling Apart.
Now, the boy band Sauti Sol will be having their last dance as a team in November on the 4th. Now, here is where the gist is at. The VIP tickets are going for 20,000 Kenyan shillings.
110 models during the auditions, so it was a bit hectic, but through struggles in there, I managed to become one of the top title holders at our time, and Birmingham has really made my modeling journey a success.
Bahati featuring Enos B Mukando, Is it a must I dance with you? Is it a must I?
Is it a must I dance with you? Is it? Kila mtu songa mukando. Kila mtu songa mukando. Kila mtu songa mukando.
Niangalie. Unajua ile inzi kubwa ya choo.
Basi unahitaji upatiwe kongole kwa kazi nzuri ya leo.
Umepita bahali ufanye kupita sasa.
Uko serious? Si unanijua mimi kila siku hapa.
Aki,
anchome
na hicho yote.
Nitashukuru sana.
Okay.
Wewe uchaba.
Wewe ni nini?
Unaenda wapi?
Unaniumiza mkono na hii rungu yako. Soma hapa.
Chuish.
Si? Sikiza Chemasunde. Ni aidha uende ukafanywe inspection, na ukishindwa basi hiyo mlango ya gate Chemasunde itabidi utoke nayo.
Toa hiyo kitu umeweka kwa macho.